So you spoke about pitching, and I just found out basically this year that we have pitching competitions in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I had no idea about it. So can you explain a little bit about pitching? Because I know that you can pitch your business and possibly get a grant or funding to either start up your business or grow your business, and we actually have that in Cleveland. So can you tell us a bit about pitching, and if you know of any pitching events that go on in the city that people can participate in?
Yeah, so I'll kind of go over some for like adults and then for youth. So on the adult level, Cleveland Leadership Center is an excellent resource. So I know for a fact that they do 2 different like pitching events every year. So if you have a business idea, even if you haven't started that business yet, if you kind of essentially submit a proposal, they end up choosing about 30 applicants, and then those 30 applicants get to come in person and actually pitch that business idea to a panel of judges. These judges represent different organizations that have the money to support businesses.
Nice.
So again, that can be a business idea that you just kind of thought out, you have the game plan for, but you literally just don't have the startup funds to get started with that. This could be something that you've done like on a small scale and you see the growth or the potential for it, so you need extra funding to help to get you there. And then on the youth side of things, there's a lot of organizations that are having you participate in these pitch competitions, because I met y'all technically through one of those programs.
Just for the record.
Shout out for Teen Enterprise.
Teen
Enterprise.
Shout out to Teen Enterprise. But just so the records, who's mentee won in the competition?
Technically mine, because all of them are my mentees. If you want to be honest.
No, we're not
If we want to be honest.
I was directing the show, you know what I'm saying? Technically. Shout out to Sinjin, by the way.
Yes.
Check out Soul Clothing, by the way.
Congratulations.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Very, very
Sinjin.
ambitious young man.
Yes.
Kills it. But so for instance, with the Teen Enterprise program, Tori Coates, this is his organization.
Shout out to Tori.
And one of the things that he does is bringing teens together to kind of really teach entrepreneurship, but outside of that, providing an opportunity and space for them to also have these market events. So when you have somebody that has a product that they're selling, a lot of times teens, they're going to school, they're going home, maybe they're going to work if they have a job, but they don't necessarily know of or have a place where they can sell those products. Maybe outside of word of mouth with some friends at school, but outside of that, how can we really help to make these teens be successful? So one of the incredible things that Tori does is provide an opportunity.
Very incredible. I love it.
Absolutely. Like his heart is there, like the mission is on point. But provide an opportunity for these teens to be able to sell at these different market events. So in addition to that, when I'm thinking about overall resources that are available, I also work at University School, which is a private high school, and they have a Young Entrepreneur Institute. So with the Young Entrepreneur Institute, there are a lot of different programs that we offer, but a piece of that is our Young Entrepreneur Market. So there's a lot of different farmers markets across the greater Cleveland area, Northeast Ohio.
See what I'm saying?
So
We gotta let the people know.
But here's the catch, though.
Youngins.
Here's the catch. The kids can go sign up to sell at these market events, and they don't have to pay anything with us. All they literally have to do is sign up for a spot that's open, for them. So we do one at Shaker Square, there's Crocker Park, Legacy, Hudson Market. During the school year, during like the summer/early fall, there's like a Thursday market that's down at Van Aiken as well. So there's all these different places that if they're close and they have the transportation to get there, they can set
Let's
up
get
and sell
some
for
teams
free.
some teams in South Euclid. South Euclid has one
Yes.
as well, right downtown on the corner.
Yes.
And there was a team participating this last summer, and he did well. He had his candy bags and everything ready. And of course, when you go to things like that, you want to support the children. You want to show them that their hard work is paying off.
And I think one of the awesome things too, when you think about those opportunities or even the pitch challenge competitions, some of these are teens that may participate in Pitch Challenge, but maybe they're not going to actually start that business, right? But them having that experience and practice of standing up in front of people and doing that public speaking piece and building that confidence piece, well, that's going to help them back in the classroom. Or that's going to help them in situations where, say, you're applying for a job. How can you pitch or present yourself to your potential future employer? Because realistically, it's one thing I teach, especially the teens that I work with. You may not start this business, but you're going to apply for a job at some point.
Absolutely.
Right? So think about it in the sense of you're pitching a business. Well, think about yourself as that business. So how are you going to make yourself stand out and be more unique than the other candidates that are applying your mind for that same position or job?
I'm glad you brought that up. Y'all know that's my favorite line. I'm glad you brought that up. No, seriously. I just read something about how basically social media and everything kind of changed the job market because you don't have people just in that city applying for that job. You have people all over the world applying for that job. And the one thing that they really touched on that struck me was that, hey, there's millions of kids that make straight A's.
Absolutely.
There's millions of kids that make straight A's. There's when you look at your background and you say, hey, I'm in college and I'm making these good grades. There's an abundance of people that have good grades. What is going to set you apart?
Exactly.
What is going to set you apart for them to say, hey, we have 25 candidates that but what are you gonna do different that's gonna set you apart from everybody else?
Right.
So that's definitely fundamental. You need to have that nowadays.
Absolutely.
You need to have that.
And it relates back to like that whole just the pitch and developing your business plan. So one of the things when I'm working with my kids, I'm like, I want you to think about what does it take to have a super business. I got another acronym.
I'm about to let me hear it.
So super. So do you have a product or service that's sellable? Do people want to buy it? If I'm about to create some random product that disintegrates the second you touch it, well, I'm causing a problem for you. That's not sellable. I'm not going to make money off of trying to produce or market something like that. I'm going to lose money. So I can't have a successful business. The U in super is unique. Do you have a product or a service or a theme or a mission that is unique or different from what's already out there? You don't have to reinvent the wheel, but how can you customize it and make it your own, right? And make people want to buy into that. The first P in super was profitable. So again, knowing how much things cost and keeping track of that. So like I'll have the students with economics of 1 unit breakdown so they can see, here's how much money I spent on buying materials. Here's how much my labor costs are, because even if you're not outsourcing it, you need to pay yourself for your time.
Right.
Okay. And then here's how many units maybe I've sold, and after all of that, here's how much money I've profited, but also how much money to put back into the business. So knowing all of those things, because you want longevity. You're not starting a business just to be in business for 2 months and be done.
Correct.
Like you want to be able to do something consistently and keep that going and grow your target market.
A trademark?
The super part?
Yeah.
I mean, you trying to take it from me?
I am definitely gonna try to
Wow,
take it. I'm
that's crazy.
it's on camera too.
That's crazy, right? 'Cause I said it first, right? Got you.
Stealing on
Got you.
Super. I'll figure out later. Don't
So
worry.
the question is, what all the letters stand for? Remember that?
Okay, don't. I watch text, so I don't worry about it.
So the next P in super is problem solving. So when you're thinking about something like what type of need are you meeting for your customer? People are not buying something just because they want to lose their money, right? Like I'm not going to waste money on something that is not a need for me. It's not like a strong want, something that I can't connect with, something that I can't maybe give as a gift to somebody else. Like I'm not gonna spend money on it. So are you creating a product or providing a service that meets somebody's problem or need or whatever they have? And that A is aligned. So we right here in your winery, right? If the name of this was Nakia's Barbecue, it don't make sense. Like it doesn't match the product that you're selling, right?
I'm cooking up something, girl.
I'm about to say, what's a great name, by the way? It's a great name, right?
I mean, that could be another business, but that's not gonna fit right for this, right? I'm coming in here, I'm seeing stuff, I'm expecting wine. Like that's what makes sense. So when you have a business, you have to think about that. Does your mission align with what you're actually doing? Do the people you have representing your business align with the message that you want to portray to other people? Because all those things are gonna play a factor. If it doesn't make sense, the people aren't gonna come to you. So if you think about that in relation to a business, or as I'm telling my students, you gotta think about that for your life too. So as you're pitching yourself to a potential employer, is what you're saying also aligned with where their mission is at? Are the answers that you're giving them aligned with their goals and certain things? The simplest thing to do, especially for kids when they're applying for a job, I don't care if it's McDonald's. Go on their website, do some research. When was it founded? Maybe who opened up that particular franchise? What's the mission statement? Something on there, and then you incorporate that into your answer. Most people aren't going to do that.
Right.
But it's that little simple thing that you can do that sets you apart from those 25 other kids that also have straight A's.
That's a hack right there. I hope. What more bombs on it? I heard that because that's even when you deal with clients, right? You deal with clients, right? Like
some businesses expect that when you do your interview, they're looking at you like you're crazy because you have no idea about anything about the business.
Absolutely.
That's straight gem. That's straight gem for like entrepreneurs too. Because like if I'm dealing with a client, like I want. If someone tell me I want to buy a house, okay, well, cool. Let me do more research about you. I'm gonna look at your Instagram. Oh, you got some kids? Okay, you looking for more than one bedroom, obviously. You looking for a big backyard. You're looking for, so on and so forth. So, and now you just applies to you going to school, going for a job, also business, also guys. So that's applicable for entrepreneurs as a whole too. So, we go next question. So, what are the components of a good pitch?
Yeah. So you want it to be concise. You don't want to lose people. So a lot of times I tell my students to prepare for an elevator pitch. Typically, if you go in the elevator, you press a button, you may be in there for up to about 60 seconds when you think about it. So if you are in the elevator trapped with Jay-Z, that's about to give you potentially $2 million to invest within your business, can you convince him within 60 seconds to give you that money? Because realistically, when you also think about a person's attention span, you may have them for the first 60 seconds, but after that, anything you saying going in one ear out the other. So you need to be able to convince them within that time frame. So being concise, being confident within that. And I think one of the biggest things that sometimes my students have a hard time understanding what I mean by that confidence piece. I don't care if you stumble over your words. That doesn't show that you're not confident though. Like, how is your demeanor within that? Like, are you looking the person in the eye? Because if you stand up there and you're looking like this and you're trying to tell them that they should, invest in your business. No, I'm not connected with you. I'm not paying attention. You haven't engaged me. Like, do better. You walk up to somebody, I know it's COVID and all, but traditionally, you want to give them a handshake. Male or female, don't give a female no little handshake. That's just like, that is such a pet peeve.
This is how I shake?
No. I'm not doing this with you. No, absolutely not. You wanna approach every single business decision the same exact way, male or female. And it's a respect piece because something like that. But it goes back to a first impression, because first impression wise, if you do that to me, I'm going to feel like at least, well, you think that I'm less than or soft or something like that. And if that's your interpretation of me, potentially, how can we really do business together and be partners in something? So.
Good stuff. So no more Princess Di handshakes.
Not at all.
No?
Not at all.
No Queen of English shakes. I'm like.
I mean, you can bow if you want to, but I'm not.
Okay.
Bow down.
So the pitches, because I know, once again, like you said, concise, and I think you hit it right on the nose when you said that even when you're doing people. Confidence piece. Yeah, no, definitely. Because I know, when you're passing, you don't know who in passing. Like I'm at work. I work 9 to 5, guys. We all know that, right? So when I'm in the store talking to a customer, in that time I'm with them, I can drop, hey, by the way, I sell real estate. By the way, if you're ever looking, anybody looking, give them a call. Tell them give me a call right here at this number right here or whatnot. It's short, it's concise. I'll tell them that what I do. If you need any help with everything, get back at me. I think that enough of us aren't, because I know one of the things I always tell people all the time, no one knows what you do. They're not going to seek you out, And I think as we entrepreneurs, we have to get more, look at the opportunities that are presented to us. So developing the elevator pitch is essential.
Yeah, I have my grandson cracks up. He'd be like, "You stay ready. You always get out your car." And I'd be like, I can be at the grocery store. Yeah. I can be wherever. Yeah. And I feel like the grocery store is number one, because as soon as I see wine in your cart, it's on. When I see that wine in your Audis, thank you. Because when I see that wine in that cart, I'm on it. I'm like, hi. And Giant Eagle. Yep. I'd be like, it's right there at the corner. Right. So you can see it when you walk out the front door. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do have to be ready and you have to be engaged and let people know, because they feel like you're passionate about your product. Exactly. When you can look them in the eye and when you're confident.
Exactly. I tell my students all the time, stay ready when
they
get ready.
Or they can tell that you're confident.
Because you never know, like you said, like when one of those situations are going to arise. So if you haven't practiced potentially what you're going to say to a customer, right? Or if you haven't done enough research on your own topic, if you can't sit there and somewhat teach somebody about what you're doing and how you're doing it, then you need to go back and learn something else.
So true.
Because there shouldn't
That's
be
how
any
you
reason
should
why
learn,
you can't.
period. That's Absolutely. How you should learn, period. I'm reading right now The 7 Habits of the Most Influential People. Great book, and that's just how you should learn. You should take it in as if you have to teach it to someone.
Exactly.
Because that's a whole nother level from you just understanding it and reading it, and then you having to know it, and you having to be able to relay it to somebody else so that they can understand.
Exactly. And so then even with that pitch piece, and I don't think I said this, you have to have something in there that is persuading the person to either want to give you money to invest or to make a purchase from you, right? If I just say, well, yeah, you should come buy some wine from me because I'm dope. I mean, you don't know me though. Like, that's not.
That sounds great to me.
Okay, well, some buyers might be able to get that. But when you're thinking about longevity, right? You think about longevity, like, I can't just go off the chance that one person's gonna be like, you know what? I like the way you said that. I am gonna buy something from you. Like, how can I think, okay, not only do I want that person to say it, but I want at least like 50 plus people to say it after the fact, right? So then that goes back to that unique piece. Maybe I don't have a brand new product, but maybe I have a portion of the proceeds going towards an organization that people can align with, right? It's that heart piece. If you can connect with somebody on the heart level, they're more likely to be connected with your brand or you or your business, and they could potentially invest in that, even if it's not monetarily, because they may know somebody that could benefit from your product or could put you on in other areas or speak your name in rooms that you're not in because you've connected with them on a different level. So
yes. So let me ask you something. So I know that you teach in schools.
Yes.
Is it possible, so say my child, I want them to, they're starting up their own business, they have an idea, I've invested in them, I've disciplined them to, and taught them basically how to spend their money and how to do everything so that they know that they're making money and all of that stuff like that. But I need somebody to put them on the right path. So maybe they want to do a pitch somewhere. So maybe they can get some real funding. Like, can anyone come to you?
Yes. So I do offer consulting for like a one-on-one. You did, but I got you. So I do offer consulting on a one-on-one, especially working with kids. But this summer as well, I guess I haven't made a post about this as of yet. But I'm actually going to run. Is it
exclusive for us?
It is.
Oh, snap. Okay.
So in July, beginning of August, I'm going to run a virtual like entrepreneur biz camp program.
Nice.
So that students either that have a business or are interested in learning about business to come on, kind of learn those basics. We'll go through them actually creating a business plan. So that whole economics of one unit breakdown.
So important.
What does that marketing piece look like? How are you going to present yourself? What is it about you that makes you stand out? And they'll have an opportunity to present it to a panel of judges, and then I'll pick a winner from that. They'll get a monetary prize.
Nice.
So there will be the opportunity for that, and even if they don't start an actual business, that doesn't mean that they can't still participate in the.
I want to intervene in that part, just because, we all know that we need to invest into our children, but knowing that these services are available is just wow to me. You know what I'm saying? It's a different time, and you do have kids that are watching the YouTube and watching different things, and they're like, hey, I'm ready to start my own. This is what I want to do, if they want to do it. It's not something that, it's just like anything, you can't push them into it, but if they want to do it, to know that these opportunities are available is just amazing to me. I love it.
That's one of the things I realized with the kids too, like, let's be honest, and I think teachers know this, and anybody that has kids know this, like, kids are not motivated by everything. So I think the trick is finding that one or two things that they are motivated by, and then seeing how can they further pour into that. So like you said, maybe you love watching YouTube and you love watching the videos and you create a couple. Oh, okay, bet. So you want that to be a business? So how you want to do this even more? Because we can now go and create a business page for you on social media. We can go and figure out how can you really produce some of these videos and things like that. How can you monetize things so you can increase your followers? Like, are you choosing things intentionally that your age group or your target market wants to see? And do you know what your target market is, and can you identify them? So I think all these things end up playing a factor when you're thinking about what our kids going to be more aligned to that we can help you with.
No, that's good stuff. So let me ask you this. With that being said, so let's say, for instance, shout out to Bree. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to coach her into entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Cause she likes baking, right? She likes to bake.
Okay.
And I feel like a parent, cause I know growing up for me, it was get a good job or go to college. It wasn't no entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship was like a faraway dream that only our Caucasian brethren and sisters can achieve, right? Like, we thought entrepreneurship was just, it was just something I wasn't
like
available
a pipe
to.
dream or something.
I mean, yeah, it's right there with being a rapper or being a basketball player, right? But like
we thought that might be attainable though.
I mean, you're right, but like
stereotypically, yes.
I mean, but no. Let me say that there were no programs in place. There were no mentors to show us. There was nothing like it is now. Like I think a lot of our kids now there are literally taking for granted, you know, the stuff they have access to. So, how do you advise a parent that sees the potential their kid has to become an entrepreneur without forcing them into or making them feel like, okay, my dad is on my case, which I'm pretty sure Bree feels like.
Well, I mean, a piece of that you kind of said you can't force the kid to do it, right?
Okay.
I think
But they have the potential.
it's almost like a mental game to a certain extent, though. Like with kids, if I can make you think that you really want it, as opposed to me putting it on you.
Come on, did I watch it? Okay.
I mean, if that's what you want to call it, but somewhat. That's why I said I think it's really important to authentically connect with kids, because kids will share with you anything. Like they will share with you what's going on at home that I personally don't need to know about. They will share with you. And I'm like, okay, that's a little bit too many details. Yeah, and then I have to interact with your parents afterwards. Right. But anyways, they'll share things like their likes and their dislikes, though, even. Or one of the things, like, I'll observe my kids when they're in their downtime. So when I have some of those kids that I know the second they have downtime, they're on their phones and they're playing some game and they're doing something. But some of those kids are really into tech. So I'm like, so have you thought about creating your own game?
Yeah.
Right.
So now I'm talking about something that you like without you even realizing I'm also talking about you potentially starting a business. Because I feel like if you start off with just saying, hey, do you want to start a business? For most kids, it's going to be a turnoff. No, that sounds like work. Sorry. Like Gen Z, it sounds like work.
I got you.
I mean, you know, trick them or just educate them in a different way, you know, connect with them organically, because you can't force it. But then again, like, I think that's how, for me, how Motivate started. So turning my passion into a paycheck within things. I loved working with kids. Entrepreneurship was something that came easy to me. I had the experience piece of it. I understood and remember different times where I was with adults, working with adults, and I just felt like you're trying too hard. Like, I'm seeing through it. Or you're boring. Like, I can never be like this for some kids and expect for them to pay attention.
Yeah.
So I think because of that, I realized what I did not want to do for programs myself that I was teaching or have my name associated with that. And then on the flip side, this is what I'm passionate about. This is what I love. So how can I make this into a business? Because I love what I'm doing, so it doesn't feel like work.
And then I think that that's a good what you touched on as far as the kids basically peeping out what they like. Because I think most of the time they don't know.
Agreed.
They don't know what they like. They don't know what they're into. So to be able to watch them and see exactly what they like, it will pique the interest if they're, you know, into tech or whatever, and then you kind of pique their interest and they're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I do like that. Yeah, I do watch YouTube all the time. Yeah, I would love to have my own YouTube channel. Yeah, I would like, and I think that they realize that it's almost realizing that I can have fun.
Yes.
And make money because they're doing something that they like to do all the time.
Exactly. You even talked about how, like, opportunities and things like that are available, and even youth not taking advantage of certain stuff. But I think part of the problem is you got to think about the school district that some of these kids are at. Like, sometimes, unfortunately, with me working with a lot of private schools, they have all these resources and opportunities. But then on the flip side, a lot of our inner city schools, they don't have some of those same opportunities. So some kids take advantage of it because they're used to it, they see it, parents are doing it, parents' friends are doing it. But then our inner city kids on the other end, some of them have that interest. We know the skill level is there, it doesn't matter where they're at location-wise. But they don't always know about what's out there and available for them, though, too.
Yes, that's why I'm so glad you came on the show to sit with us, because that's what I'm saying. You are open. I had no idea all of this existed. So it's good for the parents to know. We got to take care of our youth, and we got to push them and just make sure that they're on the right path, and that letting them know that there's so much out here for them to participate in, and not just athletics, not just, you know, wanting to entertain or but all kinds of stuff. You know, if they have an idea and they're passionate about something, there are programs out here, different programs. I'm not hip. I had no idea.
So let me ask you this. So let's say, for instance, like you said, there are kids, child to university schools, but there are, like you said, there's some schools that don't have Institute of Entrepreneurship. So, can a teacher reach? Let's say the teacher watching right now, and say, I want to do what Ari is doing. How they go about reaching out to you and saying, okay, I want to implement this in my own school. How they go about doing that?
Yeah, so I guess it depends on what they're looking for. Because as much as, of course, I love to say I'm a guru, there's certain organizations that I know that specifically work with educators that but if they want to specifically teach certain things in the classroom without somebody coming in, and they're able to handle that, let's say they're a business teacher, like I may point them in a different direction. So if it's a teacher that wants somebody to come in and like talk about entrepreneurship or do a workshop or any of those things, absolutely, they can reach out to me. I have a website, so www.motivate2inspire.org, and then my Instagram is motivate_2inspire. But I can help out on that end. In addition to that, me actually working at the Young Entrepreneur Institute, we have a lot of resources for teachers in particular that teach entrepreneurship education in their classrooms.
Nice.
So there's like a pitch challenge toolkit. So every single year, we actually just finished one of them. We opened it up for students within Northeast Ohio to submit a pitch video. We have panel judges come in, they sort through all the videos. I think this last year we had over like 500 different submissions come in.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then there's 15 students that are selected as finalists from like the elementary, middle school, and high school categories. So again, like another opportunity. And then on the flip side, if teachers don't want their students to participate in the large competition, they can also essentially do a kind of like a mini grant, for lack of better words. Which allows them to actually just do it with their students and get a pizza party and things like that to go with it. So, yeah.
Okay. See, I heard that.
Look at the times. Look at the times. I'm just sitting here like entrepreneur for the kids, you know?
And the fact that someone that primarily like can help them in whatever they are trying to do entrepreneurship, I think is dope. Because like, I just keep thinking about when I was a kid, like even if there was an entrepreneur, it wasn't as specific or something that's actually practical I can actually use. It was more like a general thing, like you being your own boss. And watch the video right here. We're willing the TV. That's how old I am, y'all. We used to build a TV in on top of a cart. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they did.
But
yes, they did. Willing in life.
Really, right. I'm like, here you go. Watch the video on entrepreneurship. But the fact that you have,
I forgot about that.
It's been so long, right? But the fact that there's someone you actually get on a Zoom call with, or even call up and even say, hey, listen, I want to know about pitches. I want to know about curriculum. I want to know about this and other. I mean, I think that's a great thing. So that's so okay. I got a question for you. Yes. So where are you going to be in the next 5 years? Where's your business going to be in the next 5 years? What's the not end game, but where you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Yeah. So for myself, I'll be working for myself fully at that point. Because I feel like thankfully I'm already positioning myself in that way with getting more and more contracts within things, and then just really kind of being out and marketing myself more for programs. Motivate wise, that could look a lot of different ways. My primary focus has been youth programming recently, but the other premise of when I wanted to start Motivate was to be able to provide opportunities or experiences for everybody, that they can get like different tools, opportunities, experiences, resources that can help to make them a better person, or that can be more integral to the growth of our communities. So if that's doing like a financial literacy event and it's for youth and adults, and you coming in and you're learning how do you actually file for your taxes, or how do you balance a checkbook, right? For some kids, depending on the age, like how do you then go and start and open a bank account, right? All those little things that unfortunately are not taught in school per se, but are still necessary for a person's overall growth and development, or different community service projects and things like that. So a lot of collaboration, a lot of work on that end, but the biggest piece is just making an impact. So whatever way that can happen, that's the goal.
Wonderful.
No, that sounds good. So I mean,
nope. I'm next.
Yes,
I'm going to ask your closing question.
I'm about to get whipped.
She got one good.
No, everybody knows our closing question. What are 3 things that you would want the audience to take, the parents, because right now it's the parents watching for their children, and they know if their children have something going on or have an idea and they want to proceed with it and put them in a situation to where they can succeed with it.
Yeah.
So what are 3 things that you would want the parents to take away for their child if they have a child developing and they see entrepreneurship in their future?
Ooh.
Take away from this interview.
Ooh. So you kind of switch it up on me, like you got
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
So there's 2 things that come to mind initially, automatically. So the first is turning really your passion into a paycheck. So again, if kids love it, like they're already interested in it, they're engaged with it, they have different ideas about how things can be better with it, whether it be playing a video game, whether it be baking, whether it be babysitting even, like let them really pursue that. Because then they can make money off of it, right? And then on the flip side of that, maybe they realize that's something that maybe they don't actually really like to do as much as they thought that they liked doing, but they won't figure that out until they actually do it. So I'll say that's the first one. The second one is stay ready, don't get ready. I say that with my students. I've said that with teams where I've been the program director of, because you just never know what situation you're going to be placed in. So if you have a youth that already has a business or a business idea, you can end up being out at the mall and they interact with somebody who's going to give them funding, right, for something. Are they ready to pitch it? Do they have products potentially ready? Are they ready to put in the work to actually do these things if they had the opportunity? Even if it's a program, a kid can sign up to be part of a program, but if their drive isn't there for it, if you're not willing and open to hear feedback for things, the program's not really going to be beneficial because you're not ready for it at that point. And again, you never know when opportunities arise. The last one,
and this can just be for anybody.
okay,
It was very specific.
you were. That's okay though, because actually I'll go off my shirt. So progress over perfection. It's a big thing I have to tell myself over times for things, because as much as I am great at giving my students advice about what they need to do for their business and marketing tips for this, time, and third, I'm an overthinker. So when it comes to my own marketing and social media at times, exactly. And then when you're also proud of like the work that you do or anything you put your name on it, like you're gonna be overly critical. Right? So I've had to try to remind myself and around my kids, like progress over perfection. If you're waiting for it to be perfect, you're always gonna be waiting.
So true.
And it's not going to be out there.
I feel like perfection is a cover for procrastination, to be honest.
It is. I agree. You're always waiting for something.
That's a great way to put it.
No, listen.
Yep.
What you trying to say, Brian?
I'm just, hey, y'all already know how I get down. I'll put out, I don't care what it look like. I'm going out. Y'all gonna see how I look
and
bad.
I will not play. I'll be like, wait a minute. What
I
is
just
that?
need a happy medium between the two. That's it. A happy medium between the two. And that'll work.
Okay, so I got another closing question. And I'm gonna bust it on you first, because you're gonna be the first one I'm gonna bust it on. Okay?
Oh shoot! I'm glad we got an exclusive.
Exclusive, exactly.
That's still one episode.
No, I got you. Okay, so look, so I want you to tell us, what is the difference that you want your businesses and nonprofit to have overall legacy that you want to leave behind?
What's the legacy that I want for my business to leave behind?
When you think about Monet, and when you think about Motivate, what is the overall legacy you want those things to leave behind?
Yeah, so I guess when I think about Monet Enterprise in particular, I guess I want the legacy to be like how somebody can come in within your business and really take it to a whole different level that you didn't know that it could reach. Because with me understanding, especially with youth programs in particular, how important it is to connect with the students, me understanding how important it is for your teachers to be bought in with programs, because those are the ones that are actually working with and directly teaching these kids, like it truly impacts the way that your program goes, and it impacts your retention rates. So when when the kids are not feeling things and they don't want to come back and they're complaining to mom and dad already potentially don't feel like waking up at 8 or 9 o'clock a.m. to drop them off, they're not going to come back to your program anyway. So how can we keep them engaged and have things happen? Like, let's be real, it happens. It happens. So I want Monet Enterprise to be able to be that little middle ground that you didn't know you needed to help you get from point A to point Z. Okay, because just one step higher is not good enough. We're gonna take you all the way to B.
Nice.
Okay.
And then I think on the Motivate end, part of like my slogan with Motivate is like motivate to inspire. So whether that be through programs, whether that be with me working with youth, whether that be me giving back on the community service side of things, I've also done that since I was young. Like, I want to be able to make that impact piece. Like, I want to be able to mentor others or provide opportunities for youth or adults to be able to mentor other people within their community or within their family or within the world overall. I think for Motivate, it's also one of those things as I think about some of my programs, this isn't just like a Northeast Ohio thing. Like this can be in Nashville, Tennessee. This can be in Atlanta, Georgia. This can be in Florida. Like it doesn't necessarily matter because I'm creating a program that can be modeled and then replicated in other areas. I don't have to be the one to run it, but I can teach you with certain things. I can provide you with the resources.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And so that you can really create that impact wherever you're at without me having to be there.
We need
now,
that.
you know, I can come visit, you know, I'm off for a trip, but I don't have to physically be there in order for that impact piece to be made.
And the fact that I was top of the dome though, like you this girl good, she good at you.
Oh yes, I'm sitting here like, look, when you asked the question, I was over here like,
like what's she gonna say?
Like,
But,
right?
Yeah,
Yes,
she say, hey, like she said, she stay ready, so she gotta get ready. You know.
There you go.
Okay, that's
Hey,
good.
she practiced what she preaching.
Hey, listen, that's what's up. So, okay, so tell the people how can they get in touch with you if they want to get with your service and use your mini business.
Yes. So my personal IG, but I also do like a lot of my Coach Ari stuff on there too, is Coach_Ari, ARI with another underscore at the end. My business page, or one of them, is Motivate_2, that's the number 2, Inspire, and then Monet_Enterprises. My website though, you can go to www.motivate2inspire.org. Have a newsletter, so you can go ahead, join the mailing list for that, stay up to date with different things that I have coming up. And a lot of times I like to showcase different youth that are doing incredible things, so make sure you go check it out.
Cool.
So you guest host another day, then you're a guest on the show. You got a long
I
week.
know.
Man.
Yeah, we had to introduce her and let you guys know exactly who she is,
Exactly.
why she's guest hosting,
Exactly.
because she has a lot to offer.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You out, Keita. You out. You know.
Whoa, I did not say
No,
no.
I didn't.
Not
I'm
at
not
all.
agreeing with that either.
Not at all.
I'm not agreeing.
I'm mad. Like, you should have been here today, but I'm
Like,
just saying.
I have no parts of that.
Oh,
No.
You trying to get all the smoke.
Yeah, I want all the smoke. You know what I'm saying? I want to come back.
No part.
You know what I'm saying? Her glass come
part.
off. You know what I'm saying? She ready. Okay. Hey.
We love you, Keita.
Yes,
we love
we
you.
do.
I don't know about me. You know what I'm saying? I was playing. You cool. You all right. But we thank you for coming on today.
Appreciate y'all.
Episode 47, right?
Episode 47.
Okay, but we do have to pay some bills, right? We do gotta let people know. Once again, I'm not Keita, but I'll try to do as best as I can. This episode is brought to you by 2 U Wines. The address is
4425 Mayfield Road, South Euclid 44121.
Absolutely.
Keita would do that.
Yeah, hey, listen.
Yes,
Hey,
yes.
I'll give her props where props go.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
The wine is fine.
Yes, the wine is
And the
fine.
slushies are better.
Ooh, go ahead. Yeah, rep it, y'all. Rep it.
Y'all heard me slur a little bit earlier. Don't count against me.
And are we gonna announce what's coming up? No.
What? Oh, absolutely, absolutely. As soon as the weather breaks, the patio is open. We're adding tapas. We're
Yeah.
doing a Sunday brunch. We're gonna have a lot of
We
fun
outside,
this summer,
y'all.
guys.
We'll
We
be
outside
there.
for sure. Come chill, come relax, listen to some music, eat some food, drink a slushie. We're definitely outside.
Yes.
Also, Keita, let's talk about that.
Oh yes. Let's talk about it.
It's definitely etched in stone right now.
Mhm.
Beneficial
Yep.
Bay
Yep.
has her own office,
Yes.
and she's offering a conference room for events. If you want to hold any events, you can look her up. She will show you how to scale your business and grow your business in all different kinds of ways. She is definitely on top of it, and she is definitely
Yes.
about her business, and she knows what she's talking about.
Yes. She's having a business shower.
Yes, she's having a business shower on
May 22nd.
22nd.
Yeah, May 22nd.
May 22nd.
So we gonna be there, guys. She has a. So instead of having a baby shower, guys, those are dead. You know what I'm saying? If you have a baby, that's whack. We have business showers now. You know what I'm saying? She's having one. She has a registry, so you gotta check it out on her Easy Tree.
Yes.
Check it out today. We'll be there, guys. We want you to see you guys there also, May 22nd. Also, May 6th, guys. Listen, y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all to death, okay? I love that y'all come out every week and watch the podcast. This is an opportunity for you guys to come out and be part of an actual episode, okay?
In person.
In person. And meet great people like Ari, great people like Nakia, great people like Steve.
And okay people like Brandon.
Okay, exactly. Thank you.
Okay, just okay.
But you guys,
Just kidding.
but the dope people we've had on these episodes, you get a chance to actually network with them, get a chance to sit, just be in their presence, and just get a chance to network, guys, and just celebrate with us, guys, because you guys, we can't have made it this far without y'all.
Absolutely.
So we want to thank y'all.
We want all of you guys out. And
Yes.
you may have heard something on the podcast that someone said that inspired you, or something that you feel like you can work with, somebody that you feel like you can work with, or that can actually mentor you.
Yes.
And we want you to come out and meet the alumni, the guests that have been on the show, have been on the show so far, and just mingle, get to know each other, eat good. We have free food.
Yes.
We have 2U
Two
wines.
wines.
Y'all
Come on,
see-
y'all.
First of
That
all,
by itself.
you guys know firsthand from watching our show how 2U Wines eventually has
So
you.
you wine gonna be
You heard it
there.
today. You heard it today. These slushies are not a joke.
Ain't a joke, y'all.
14% alcohol. No, seriously. We want to have fun. We want to meet all you guys. You guys showing us love and support us. Every Tuesday and Thursday we're on, sometimes Sundays.
Yeah.
You show and support us. We have an average of 1.2 thousand views every episode. We want to see who is watching us. We want to show you guys that we appreciate you so much. So come out May 6th and celebrate with us in the Oak Room at Tower
Coach
City.
Arnold will be there.
Yes, I told you, food, 2U wines. Come on and let's have a good time.
Yes, guys. Then I said March.
June 18th.
June 18th, yes. Coach R is going to be there, and we're going to have our youth expo, guys, the entrepreneurial expo, because once
It's
again,
gonna be dope.
it's going to be dope.
Period.
Yes, because we're going to be teaching the youth. We're also going to have a showcase, a pop-up shop for all the entrepreneurs. If you have a teenager that has this idea or just wants to get a chance to learn a little bit more, we will be having that for you along at Tower City.
Gotta shout out Steve, Alienized Photos.
Yes, shout out to Steve, the man
he
behind the
is
camera.
Master. When I say he is the master, come on, Steve puts it all together.
Come on, man.
He makes sure we look good.
Yes.
When I have on my hats, I'm still looking fresh. Still looking fresh.
yes.
Steve has us together.
Yep.
We gotta shout out Alien Eyes. And where is Arlo?
Yeah, right.
Where is she?
Where
Where is Arlo? Gotta shout out. Where is Arlo? She's a very creative photographer.
Yes.
She comes up with the different ideas that makes it unique and special.
Yes.
We love her. She's also a part of the
Gang,
cast of
gang.
the Pull-Up Crew,
Gang,
the
gang.
Pull-Up Experience. But we want to let you guys know that we also have gotten rid of all the business cards. Come on, y'all.
Oh yeah.
This is
Thank
the
you.
world of digital
Yes,
and
come on,
techie.
y'all.
We
The
got rid of the
environment, climate
business
change.
cards.
You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? It's
We
real.
got rid of the business cards. We're working with Social Masters
Yes.
so that you can upload all of your information, your websites, all your social medias, phone numbers, all of that. All somebody has to do is get a little close to you or tap, and they can get all of the information right away. Just save it to their phones. They know everything about you. Everything you want to present to them, your products is right there. You can upload anything that you want on Social Masters. It's a great way to expose yourself, network, and take your business further rather than to have a business card that I have every intention of contacting you. I really do. But we all know how that happens. Exactly. We all know how that
It sits in the
goes.
wallet, you know what I'm saying? Get thrown out, send the purse, we all get down.
Yes, and don't forget not your average agent, because he's not average at all. He's definitely going to find you a good deal. He can work with credit scores as low as 580. This man can get you the house of your dreams.
I paid it for this endorsement, by the way.
This man can get you the house of your dreams. No, truly. He's going to walk you through it. He's going to make sure that he customizes your house for you and customizes your deal for you and works with you to make your dreams come true. We want to thank Coach Ari for joining us tonight and for also being a guest host, and she'll be here for the next couple episodes.
I am? No.
While Marquita is out.
Come back soon.
Yes. We trying, Money. We trying.
We trying. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make you proud. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make you proud.
It's too much pressure.
And I just want y'all to know how this, like, this is genuine. Like this, like, y'all see the love. Y'all see the bonding we do. Like this is why we do what we do, guys.
Yeah.
And we love for you guys to be part of the network. So, you know, stop playing. Come on and join us. You know what I'm saying? Get down, lay down with the pull-up experience. You know?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Come to the events. Watch us. Listen to us. We appreciate y'all. Okay?
We truly do.
Yes. So episode
You guys
47.
have made us, we have over 4,000 followers, subscribers on YouTube. You guys are watching, you guys are paying attention.
Yes.
And we hope that you're getting something from everyone that we have sit down. They
Yes.
are all awesome people and they have a lot to offer and a lot of advice. Come meet them in person. May 6th in the Oak Room at Tower City.
Yes.
Thank you. Shout out to Beth Azor.
Yes, thank you, Beth.
We appreciate you bringing us down to Tower City and promoting this event and allowing us the space and the time to get all of our people together and have a good time.
So we can't thank you enough, guys. Once again, I'm gonna get my Kanye on. You know what I'm saying? We are the fastest growing podcast in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? No one's in the numbers like we doing, y'all. And it's a reason why, because once again, we come from a genuine place. We're showcasing dope entrepreneurs doing great things in our city. So it don't get no better than that, y'all. So episode 47 on the road to 50, y'all. We almost there.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next time, y'all. All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.